Yusuf playing Baranja.
Charlotte playing Jean, the waitress, and the housewife.
Sophie playing the logician, the grocer's wife, and Daisy.
Joseph playing the old man, the proprietor.
There are several possible solutions.
Tell me.
Then what do I do? Tell me.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
You're a timid creature, but not without talent.
I've got talent. Me?
So use it. Put yourself into the picture. Keep abreast of the cultural and literary events of the times.
One possibility is one cat could have 4 paws and the other 2.
I get so little spare time.
You're not without talent, you just need to exercise it.
Take advantage of what free time you do have. Don't just let yourself drift.
I've never had the time. I was an official, you know.
One can always find time to learn.
One can always find time.
It's too late now.
It's a bit late in the day for me.
It's never too late.
It's never too late.
You work 8 hours a day like me and everybody else, but you don't work on a Sunday, nor in the evenings, nor for 3 weeks during the summer. That's quite sufficient with a little method.
Well, what about the other solutions? Use a little method.
Look, instead of drinking and feeling sick, isn't it better to feel fresh and eager, even at work? And you can use your free time constructively.
How do you mean?
By visiting museums, reading literary periodicals, going to lectures. That'll solve all your problems and develop your mind. In 4 weeks, you'll be a cultured man.
You are right.
There could be one cat with 5 paws.
You see, you even think so yourself.
And one cat with 1 paw. But would they still be cats then?
Why not?
Instead of squandering your spare money on drink, isn't it better to buy a ticket for some interesting play? Do you know anything about the avant-garde theatre there's so much talk about? Have you seen Ionesco's plays?
Unfortunately not. I've only heard people talk about them.
By taking 2 of the 8 paws away from the 2 cats,
There's one playing now. Take advantage of it.
we could have one cat with 6 paws.
It would be an excellent initiation into the artistic life of our times.
We could have one cat with no paws at all.
You're right, perfectly right. I'm going to put myself into the picture like you've said.
In that case, one cat would be specially
I will promise you.
You promise yourself, that's the main thing.
And one underprivileged cat deprived of all paws.
I make myself a solemn promise. I'll keep my word to myself.
That would be unjust and therefore not logical.
Instead of drinking, I'll develop my mind. I feel better already. My head is already feels clearer.
You see?
Not logical.
This afternoon, I'll go to the museum and I'll book 2 seats for the theatre this evening. Will you come with me?
Because logic means justice.
You must persevere. Keep up the good resolutions.
I get it. Justice.
I promise you, and I'll promise myself. Will you come to the museum with me this afternoon?
I have to take a rest this afternoon. It's in my programme for the day.
Justice is one more aspect of logic.
But you will come with me to the theatre this evening.
No, not this evening.
Your mind is getting clearer.
I sincerely hope you keep up your good resolutions, but this evening I must meet a few friends for a drink.
For a drink?
What's more, a cat with no paws at all
I've promised to go. I always keep my word.
wouldn't be able to run fast enough to catch mice.
Ah, now it's you that's setting me a bad example. You're going out drinking.
You're already making progress in logic.
It's not a habit with me, you know. It's not like you with your... It's just not the same thing at all.
Why isn't it the same thing?
I'm no drunkard, not me.
Even with no paws, a cat must catch mice. That's in its nature.
I didn't mean you were a drunkard, but why would it make me want any more than you in a case like that?
What's in a cat's nature?
Because there's moderation in all things. I'm a moderate person, not like you.
What did you say?
What about me? What? What did you say?
I said that.
I said that.
What is ever happening?
What is going on?
Oh, a rhinoceros.
Oh, a rhinoceros.
Oh, a rhinoceros.
Oh, a rhinoceros in the opposite direction.
What is it? Oh, a rhinoceros.
What's going on?
Rhinoceros.
A rhinoceros going full tilt on the opposite pavement.
Oh, a rhinoceros!
Oh, a rhinoceros.
Oh, a rhinoceros.
It's rushing straight ahead, brushing up against the shop window.
Oh, a rhinoceros.
Oh, Daisy.
He ran over my cat. He ran over my cat.
Oh, poor little thing. Well, what do you think of that?
You must not cry like that. It's too heartbreaking.
Were you there, Mr. Beringer? Did you see it?
Good morning, Miss Daisy. You must excuse me. I haven't had a chance to shave.
Oh, poor little thing.
Oh, poor little thing.
That's going too far.
My little pussy, my little cat.
Oh, well, what can you do, dear lady? Cats are only mortal.
What do you expect, madame? All cats are mortal. One must accept that.
My little cat, my little cat.
Don't upset yourself.
Don't upset yourself, dear lady.
It's a very upsetting thing like that.
My little cat, my little cat.
Yes, it's very upsetting, a thing like that.
Oh, sit down here, dear lady.
Well, what do you think of that?
Well, what do you think of that?
Well, what do you think of that?
A glass of water for the lady.
Oh, sit down, dear lady.
Poor woman.
Poor cat.
It's better to give her a brandy.
Brandy, this gentleman is paying.
I don't want any, I don't want any.
It went past my shop a little while ago.
It was not the same one.
But it could have.
Yes, it was. It was the same one. Did it go past twice then?
I think it was the same one.
No, it was not the same rhinoceros. The one that went by first had 2 horns. That was an Asiatic rhinoceros. This one only had 1 horn. This was an African rhinoceros.
Here's a drop of brandy to put yourself together.
You're talking nonsense. How could you possibly tell about the horns the animal flesh passed at such speed? We hardly even saw it.
Go on, it will do you good.
Just a taste.
You had no time to count its horns.
Make her drink it.
What's more, it was traveling in a cloud of dust.
Drink it up.
Oh, just a sip, dear lady. Be brave.
There, you see?
I don't have to grope my way through a fog. I can calculate quickly. My mind is clear.
Better now?
But it had its head thrust down.
Now, wasn't that good?
My little cat.
Utter nonsense.
I've got another cat you can have.
What? Me? You dare accuse me of talking nonsense? I'll never have another.
Yes, absolutely. Blithering nonsense.
You have to accept these things.
I've never taught nonsense in my life.
Try and be philosophic about it.
You're just a pretentious show-off, like a pedant.
Now, gentlemen.
And what's more, a pedant who's not certain of his facts, because in the first place it's the Asiatic rhinoceros who's only 1 horn on its nose, and the African who's 2.
You're wrong. It's the other way around.
You want to pet?
They want to make a bet.
Don't excite yourself, Mr. Beringer.
I'm not betting with you. If anybody's got two horns, it's you Asiatic Mongol.
They're going to have a fight.
Oh, now look. What kind of rhinoceros has one horn on its nose? You're a tradesman, you should know.
Yes, you should know.
I've got no horns, and I will never have.
Tradesmen can't expect to know everything.
Oh, yes, you have.
I'm not Asiatic either, and in any case, Asiatics are people as same as everyone else.
Yes, Asiatrics are the same as we are.
Nobody's asking for your opinion.
She's right. They're people the same as we are.
He was so gentle, just like one of us. Goodbye, gentlemen. You, I will not deny to include.
Now listen a moment, Mr. Beringer, and you too, Mr. Jean.
I once had Asiatics, but perhaps they weren't real ones.
I had an Asiatic friend once.
I had him when he was a little kitten. They're yellow, I tell you, bright yellow.
Whatever they are, you are a bright thread.
Now this is getting serious.
Well, if that's how you feel, this is the last time you'll see me. I'm not wasting my time with a fool like you. He always made himself understood.
There are white Asiatics as well, and black and blue, and even some like us.
You drunkard.
I'm not going to stand for that.
It's almost as if he could talk. In fact, he did.
You shouldn't have made him angry.
It wasn't my fault.
I think you're right. It's the Asiatic rhinoceroses with two horns and the Africans with one.
But he was saying the opposite.
You were both wrong.
Even so, you were right.
If you don't mind me saying so, I think Mr. Jean was right. The Asiatic rhinoceros has one horn and the African rhinoceros has two, and vice versa.
Oh, you always have to be different from everybody else.
Daisy was right. I should have never contradicted him.
Your husband's right. The Asiatic rhinoceros has two horns and the African one must have two, and vice versa.
He cannot stand being contradicted. The slightest disagreements makes him fum.
You're mistaken, my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sure.
His temper's his only fault.
Maybe they're both the same.
Deep down, he's got a heart of gold. He's done me many a good turn.
If the one has two horns, then the other must have one.
Perhaps it's the other with two and the one with one.
I'm sorry I wasn't more accommodating, but why he's so obstinate? I didn't want to exasperate him. He's always making fantastic statements, always trying to dazzle people with his knowledge. He will never admit that he was wrong.
Have you any proof
Proof of what?
of the statement you made just now, which started the unfortunate row with your friend? How do you know that one of the two rhinoceroses has one horn and the other with two, and which is which?
He doesn't know any more than we do.
In the first place, we don't know that there were two. I believe myself there was only one.
Well, let's just say there were two. Does the single-horned rhinoceros come from Asia?
No, it's the African one with two, I think.
Well, which is two-horned? It's the one from Africa.
It's not easy to agree on this.
But the problem must be cleared up.
Excuse me, gentlemen, for interrupting, but that is not the question. Allow me to introduce myself.
He's a logician.
Oh, a logician, is he?
Oh, my friend, the logician.
Oh, very happy to meet you.
Professional logician. My card.
It's a great honor.
Would you mind telling us then, sir, if the African rhinoceros is single-horned
Or bicorned.
And is the Asiatic rhinoceros bicorned?
or unicorn?
Exactly. That is not the question. Let me make myself clear.
But it's still what we want to find out.
Kindly allow me to speak, gentlemen.
Let him speak.
Give him a chance to speak.
We're listening, sir.
I'm addressing you in particular, and all others present as well.
Us as well?
You see, you've gotten away from the problem, which instigated the debate. In the first place, you were deliberating whether or not the rhinoceros which passed by just now was the same one that passed by earlier, or whether it was another. That is the question to ask.
Yes, but how?
Thus, you may have seen on 2 occasions a single rhinoceros bearing a single horn.
On 2 occasions, a single rhinoceros bearing a single horn.
Or you may have seen on 2 occasions a single rhinoceros with 2 horns.
A single rhinoceros with 2 horns on 2 occasions.
Or again, you may have seen one rhinoceros with 1 horn and then another with a single horn. Or again, an initial rhinoceros with 2 horns followed by a second with 2 horns.
That's true.
Now, if you had seen,
Yes, every scene.
if on the first occasion you had seen a rhinoceros with 2 horns,
With 2 horns.
and on a second occasion a rhinoceros with 1 horn,
With 1 horn.
that wouldn't be conclusive either.
Why not?
I don't get it at all. For it is possible that since its first appearance, the rhinoceros may have been lost one of its horns, and the first and the second transit was still made by a single beast.
I see, but...
Oh, don't interrupt.
It may also be that 2 rhinoceroses, both with 2 horns, may have each lost a horn.
That is possible.
Yes, but in any case...
Don't interrupt.
If you could prove that on the first occasion you saw a rhinoceros with 1 horn, either Asiatic or African,
Asiatic or African.
and on a second occasion a rhinoceros with 2 horns,
1 was 2.
no matter whether African or Asiatic,
African or Asiatic.
we could then conclude that we were dealing with 2 different rhinoceroses, for it is hardly likely that a second horn could grow sufficiently in a space of a few minutes to be visible on the nose of a rhinoceros.
It's hardly likely.
That would imply 1 rhinoceros either Asiatic or African,
Asiatic or African.
and 1 rhinoceros either African or Asiatic.
African or Asiatic.
For good logic cannot entertain the possibility that the same creature is to be born in 2 places at the same time,
Or even successfully.
which was to be proven.
That seems clear enough, but it doesn't answer my question.
Obviously, my dear sir, but now the problem is correctly posed.
It's quite logical. Quite logical.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Well, it may be logical, but if we're going to stand for our cats being run down in front of our very eyes by 1-horned rhinoceros or 2, whether they're Asiatic or African, he's absolutely right. We're not going to stand for our cats being run down by rhinoceroses or anything else.
I should have never quarreled with Jean. Get me a brandy, a double. I should have never quarreled with Jean. I should haven't have got such into a rage. I'll cultivate my mind. I feel so upset to go to the museum some other time. I'm not good looking. They are the good looking ones. I was wrong. Oh, how I wish I would be like them. I haven't got any horns. More that's pity. As Moose Bros so ugly. I need 1 or 2 horns to give my staging face a lift. Perhaps one will grow and I needn't be ashamed anymore. Then I could go and join them, but it will never grow. My hands are so slim. Oh, why wouldn't they get so rough? My skin is so slack. I cannot stand this white, hairy body. Oh, I'd love to have a hard skin, that wonderful dull green color, a skin that looks this naked without any hair on it, like theirs. I have only myself to blame. I should have gone with them while there was still time. Now it's too late. I'm a monster. I am just a monster. Now I'll never become a rhinoceros. Never, never. I've got past changing. I want to. I really do. But I cannot. I just cannot. I cannot stand side of me. I am too ashamed. I'm so ugly. People who try to hang on their individuality always come to a bad end. Oh well, to a bad. I'll take a whole of them. I'll put up a fight against the whole of them. A whole lot of them. I'm the last man left. I am staying until the end. I'm not capitulating.